out why small mechanics are better than franchise mechanics or dealership mechanics. And the reason being, when you get a mechanic at a dealership, it's younger people, they're often newly licensed, they're young, they're reckless, they don't have much respect because they're young. There's a homeless guy checking out my car. And as a result of this, they're more likely to crash your car being an idiot on a test drive. They're more likely to disrespect your car. That one was close. Whoa! They're more likely to disrespect your car. And they're more likely to damage your car. They're more likely to fuck up while working on it. And without the experience, they're more likely to not know how to fix whatever it is you need them to fix. Versus with a small mechanic. Jesus fuck, eh? With a small mechanic, you're usually getting somebody that's a mechanic, not for the money, but it's just something they've always done, something they enjoy, something they decided to do because of that. And if it's a mom and pop place, you're usually getting a mechanic who has like 60 years experience, at one point worked at a big box mechanic place, and then opened his own. Cops are behind me. Yeah, like my mechanic. My mechanic started working on cars in '63, and in '67 became a certified GM mechanic. And then in '77 went to work at his dad's personal shop. His dad having been a mechanic since the 30s. And then he went to work at that mechanic shop from '77 until today. And now his son is starting to work there, and his son will take it over. So, one, you've got all that experience. And two, you've got a level of commitment. Like, it's their own garage. They're committed to making it work better. And, they're committed to it being successful because there's a personal investment to them. They're not just somebody collecting a paycheck, working on shitty cars that they don't like and they don't enjoy working on. Which brings me to my next point. When you drive an old car like this, you take it to a dealership. The cop is literally following me. You take it to a dealership, I'd have been stopped. I do not know why. I think he almost rear-ended me.
Can I see your license, your registration, insurance?
Sure.
I stopped you because it looked like you weren't wearing a seatbelt. Just the way the seatbelt. No, I appreciate.
All right, so I got pulled over by the police in the middle of a video, and surprisingly, it's not a drift video. Okay, I literally go out and I shoot videos of me doing illegal shit. Don't get pulled over. But I shoot a video of me fucking talking and driving legally, and I get pulled over. But back to where I was. The fuck was I? Right, personal mechanics or small-time mechanics that work at like the shop they own. They have their own personal investment to make the experience, to do good work, to have good service, and to be profitable. That's just weird. So, you tend to get better service and better quality work and more experience. And especially if you drive cars like me that are really old, if I take this to a GM dealership, and I have, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna look at it and be like, fucking Jesus. They're gonna look at it and they're gonna be like, what is that? And I literally, as a joke, took this car to a Jiffy Lube, popped it open, and the guy looked at the carburetor and was like, what is that? Why is the air filter on top of the car? He had no idea. So yeah, like when you have an older mechanic with a lot of experience and experience in older cars, like you want that, because you take it to a dealership, you got a guy who has no idea what the fuck, like a 20-year-old doesn't know what this car is, doesn't know all the faults that it had back in the 80s. He's just going by what he looks up and what he was taught in school. He doesn't have any personal experience with the car versus a small-town mechanic that has been working for 60 years. He's gonna, or at least his dad was working for 60 years, so he can ask him about it. There's a bigger connect with the old technology, and they're going to be able to fix it a lot better than some young yuppie at a dealership. And now we get to the unfortunate bit when shit fucks up. In fairness, a dealership, because they have that big public opinion factor, is probably more likely to just give you what you want and make it better. But at the same time, if they decide not to, a big dealership has big lawyers. So if you want to fight them to get what's right, you're not going to win. Versus a small dealership, they might not really give a shit about public opinion, and they can really just tell you to go fuck yourself unless you want to sue them. And they are small time, so it'll be easier to sue them than a dealer. But let me tell you, it's a shitty experience. Just flat out, no matter what, it's always a shitty experience. You know, this is another one of those videos where I had it all planned out, and then I actually start shooting the video and just start rambling. So I'm going to go on to the next one.